Hello, hello guys. The Numenanga 14 here, and I am back. It's been a while since my birthday's passed and whatnot, and I got some very nice games and whatnot, and definitely one of my favorites was Injustice that I got, as you can see right now. So now that I got it back, I'm back to doing my guides, and in which we are doing Nightwing. Take a sip of that real quick. All right. So yeah, so we're pretty much gonna do a normal, pretty much how the normal guides are that I've been doing. Pretty much just going over the specials, his combo attacks, or basic things like his links and whatnot, starters, enders, which one's what. Um, and show you some combos that I use with him. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so his specials, his first one, whatnot, is Ground Spark, which is down back two. And all this will be linked. All this will be in the description or whatnot, so you can understand exactly the numbers or whatnot, the downbacks or whatever. But ground spark is down back two. It is a low projectile whatnot. It can go full screen, as you can see, whatnot. It is good for definitely when let's say their opponent is blocking. Do that to mix it up, or whatnot. Or if they block low, it gives you a bit of space, whatnot. The meter version adds a bit more damage and all. And also, the quick note, you can actually hold it or whatnot. I see a lot. There's sometimes that when I play with a lot of people or whatnot, that they just seem to sit back here and just spam this or whatnot. Where the most favorable one is when they have the staff, they just do this. But I advise not to do that because you're pretty much gonna get punished for that crap. Like if you're Green Lantern or Superman, the likelihood you're gonna get completely destroyed by doing that. So, all right, next one is Escrima Fury, which is down forward two. This is the one you're going to be using in a lot of your combos, and whatnot, especially to keep it going. And then actually, yeah, to keep it going like that, as you saw there. But it adds a lot of hits, and it's only 9% damage. But if you do the meter, it adds more hits and a bit more damage, whatnot. But the Escrima Fury you're going to be using in a lot of your combos, whatnot. The next one is Flip Kick, which is down back three. This is an overhead, so if they're blocking low, you can use this to punish them for it. Especially the meter version, which bounces them, and you can actually continue the combo afterwards. So there you go, whatnot. So the flip kick is another good thing to start your combos with. Um, but sadly I won't be showing any of the flip kicks combos here. But I do promise I'll show them later in the near future, whatnot, and let's like in an arcade or in online or whatnot. But sadly, I don't have anything here for flip kicks. I might add one just for the sake of it, but um, yeah, flip kick is good for startups, especially in the meter version. But the regular is also good for punishing for down below. Um, if they're if they don't catch on that quick enough. All right, on to the next one. Next one is Wing Ding, which is can only be performed in the air, which is down back one. It pretty much he tosses three batarangs, projectile in the air, and pretty much it's already 11% damage, so that's a decent amount of damage right there. And also it's an overhead, so if they're blocking, if you're rushing in or whatnot in there, let's say a Deathstroke guy is, let's say, blocking low or whatnot with let's say your sparks or whatnot, and he's blocking low, well, you can charge in and you can pretty much use your batarangs, knock him down. But I usually use this with the meter version. So let's say if there's a Deathstroke player that's spamming let's say the assault rifle move or whatnot, the machine gun move, and you want to get in close, the last hit will knock him down and it gives you time to rush in. And since not Flash, um, Nightwing's dash is very quick, you can get there. So let's say around this. And it don't even matter if all of them don't hit. As long as that last one hits, it knocks them down. So definitely good for getting close to one, and it's also good for enders or whatnot if you can get it in there. So next is Scatter Bomb, which is down back one. This is a nice little move, especially for like anti-airs and whatnot. If you can time it or whatnot, it's very effective with it. And as you can see, up close it knocks the opponent down. Even at even at this distance, it doesn't work, but around here, it doesn't work. Here it works. So, but definitely, it's definitely effective in the corner, especially with the meter burn, which keeps them in the air long enough. Show it again. This time from here. So you see, it keeps them in the air long enough, right there. Sad thing though is it's kind of hard to combo afterwards, into it or whatnot, even if you dash. But it's definitely very good in the corner. Why not? So, but as you can see there, lifting him in the air, and you can just wait until he comes down and do another combo right there. But definitely, it's good for an anti-air if you can time it, or whatnot, and definitely it's mostly effective in the corner or whatnot. At least that's my opinion. It's more effective in the corner, or whatnot. But it is good for an anti-air. All right, now his trait before we go and finish off his special moves. His trait is that he can switch his weapons. So like his as you can see, he's got his Escrima as well. If you hit the when you hit the 4 or whatnot, or circle or B, whatever it is you guys are playing on, he switches to his staff. Now the thing to note is that he is very slow in this when he's in this position, so do keep that in mind. And I mean, like even his little jump, as you can see, he can still get hit while he's jumping. So it's yeah, it's kind of pathetic how slow he is in this one, but he has definitely some good range, as you saw there. I mean, hell, he can hit him from right here. Oop, my bad. Right here. There you go. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's got some range on him, and he's got a bit of damage with him as well. I mean, just that is 5. That's a 7. Let's see what his 3 is. 9. So he's already got some decent damage, unlike his regular ones. So definitely got a bit of damage, and he's got more range on it. But let's go ahead and finish off his specials. So the next one is called the Flying Grayson, which is back forward 3. Now this has some good range on it to get in close, whatnot. But it's also very good for Ender and damage. I mean, look at that, it's 13 damage already. So look how much health gets taken away from it. It's pretty good. Um, but it's very good for Enders. And you can't meter burn it at all. So, but it's definitely good for if you're at that distance or whatnot. And let's say you use the ring ding. If you want to go completely nuts, you can just do that. But it really is not like that at all. But you can use it as an ender or whatnot. So unless it's like one of those opponents that really doesn't know how to block, and you really just want to give them a hard time, you can just do this. You could be a dick to them, but it's not cool, man. But definitely, it's very good for enders. Next one is the staff spin, which is down back 3. This is very good for enders and whatnot. And the meter burn version adds one more hit. So let's do that again. Knocks them pretty much full screen, whatnot, and adds a bit of damage. So as you can see, 11% there, 18% right there. So it adds a bit of damage and adds one more hit and knocks them across the screen, but it's very good for an ender, whatnot. And then the last one is the ground blast, which is down back 2. Now this one's a bit different from the ground spark, because this hits them anywhere where they are right now on the screen. As you can see, like where Nightwing's on the right side. When I do it, it hits immediately where he is. So it completely tracks him down and hits him. Now the meter burn version knocks him in the air, and this is a perfect setup for your back 3, whatnot, your wall bounce like that. So, but it's very effective to get your combos started. Even though I just failed there, but you get what I mean. It's very good for startups, whatnot. All right, so that was his specials, whatnot. So I'm pretty much gonna go over his basic things that you're gonna be using or whatnot for your startups and enders or what they are good for or whatnot. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So 113 whatnot is a very good startup for the Escrimas, but very good for a startup or whatnot. And it's also very good in the corner too for your scatter bombs or whatnot. Even though I'm just failing right there, but you see what I mean. It's very good, very effective in the corner. Ugh, I'm losing train of thought here. My bad, sorry. But yes, the 113 is very good to start up and thing, and also it is also good for mid if you want to keep the combo going. You can use this. What's the next one? But yeah, it's good for startup and mid. Sorry, I'm thinking too much of all the things that I'm not right now. Okay, so the next one is back 112. It knocks them back, but back 1-1 is good for the Escrimas or not, or it's good for the ground spark or not. Even though it doesn't really do anything there, as you can see, but it's good to if they're blocking, you can instead of putting the 2-2 or whatnot, even though it's safe on block, um, you can use that as well to push them a bit further. But definitely back 1-1 is good for the Scrim of Fury, good for startup. The next one is 2-2-3. This is an overhead, whatnot, but 2-2 is good for startups and going into Escrima. And same thing in the other case, you can use the ground spark as well to, push back or whatnot. But 2-2 is a good startup for the Escrimas. Then, the next one, back 1-3 is a low. So they like if they like blocking high, you can use this to go into a low. Oh yeah, and I forgot. One thing to mention is 1-1-2 and all is another good one for the in the corner. But it is also safe on block, especially when you add this little um, ground spark to it. But it's safe on block. But yes, back 1-3 is good. Is a low, so it's very helpful if they're blocking high and whatnot. Then you can just do that because instead of back 1-1, you can use back 1-3, mix it up. All right, next one is 4-2-1-3. This is another good startup for the Escrimas, and it's also good for an ender too. And even if you want to, you can cut it down to 4-2-1. Whatnot. So, but pretty much you can use it. You can. It could be. It's good for startup, mid, and an ender as well. Next is 3-3-3. Now, as you can see, the last hit was an overhead, or whatnot. But this is very effective towards the end to add that amount of damage, as you saw there. And also, it knocks the opponent really at a far distance, pretty much full screen, or whatnot. And also, 3-3 is also good to pretty much in mid combo to keep the combo going. You can use 3-3 to into the skirmish to keep it going. All right. Also, he has a crouching combo, which is down 1-2. Why not? As you can see, it's mid. Why not? but um, it's a little thing I just wanted to point out and whatnot, just in case. So instead of just doing like one, even though his one just his one alone is pretty good, whatnot, but his 1-2 or whatnot pushes the opponent back, dazes him for a bit, and you can use that into a wall bounce cancel. So, or however you pronounce it, I just call it the wall bounce cancel. It could be totally wrong. You guys can correct me in the thing or whatnot, but I just now got into the cancels and whatnot. To which probably why in later future I'll probably update the other guides. All right. All right. So the next one, this is another good one for mix-ups. 1-3 is overhead. Why not with some decent damage? Actually, it's 9 damage. So actually, it's not that bad of a damage. Yeah. And the other one is up, up down 3 or whatnot. But this is good for a mix-up game. So if you're gonna, so if you really like tossing, if the thing would come out, like if you like tossing the overheads and whatnot, change it up to lows and whatnot. Keep your opponent guessing or whatnot. All right, and the next. Oh, okay. And so now we're gonna go into the staffs, whatnot. So the first one is one back one. This knocks the opponent back, but it's also very good for an ender to get you some space, whatnot, breathing room. Um, and this one right here is also a very good one for it's also one back one is good for an ender, whatnot, but just one spark is good as well. But this next one you're going to be using mostly for your, at least in a lot of your staff combos, which is one forward one. This is a low, but you can use this into your ground spark, or you can use it into a wall bounce cancel or whatnot. But it's very good for a startup or whatnot because it's a simple low. But make sure you don't use it too much, or else they're gonna catch on that you're gonna keep using that. It's like, oh, he's gonna use that move again, do that. So that's why you just like you do your one or whatnot, and then you mix it up. So, or I'm wrong. You can do it's a low whatnot, but you can also use the this one, which is one down three, which is another low or whatnot, or you can use the 1-4-2 whatnot. Even though the one down three and 1-4-2 whatnot, you can't combo after it, but it's very good for mix-up games like low overhead. So it keeps your opponent guessing. So if you're gonna go for a low or you're gonna go for an overhead or whatnot. So and they're actually pretty fast too. Oops, didn't mean to do that. They're pretty quick as well. So if you can do it quick enough, I mean they'll like, oh, he's gonna go for a low. Oh no, he went for an overhead. Damn it. So that's pretty much his base. Oh, let me go over his super real quick before I show you any of the combos that I use. I'm sorry this has been pretty quick, and I'm sorry if I'm doing a terrible thing, terrible with this so far. I've just gotten back into the game and whatnot. I messed around with him for a while, so I don't want the video to be too long for you guys. You know, just wanted to make sure I cover everything about it because I'm not like how I'm not too advanced into the game or whatnot, or at least how like advanced to the characters. Like it's like, oh, which ones um this is good for, like this is like I'm not like how the other players go into the character, like you know what I mean. I'm just pretty much trying to cover as much as what so far I know about the character or whatnot. Um, but or at least my experience with them. So I'm sorry I'm not the best, but all right, let me shut up and finish what I was saying. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cover his super. So his super, you need to be in a close range, like about here, whatnot. It's decent for a super whatnot, but to be honest, you're better off with the meters because around like let's see, I think it's 33, yeah, 33%. You can do literally, you can do 2 meters, and you can equal that or you can surpass it or whatnot. I mean, I think I have about like 2 or 3 combos in here that surpasses 33 or passes 33%. I think there's like a 34, a 36, and a 40% one. One to help, maybe even four, including the super or whatnot. But really, you really don't need to use his super unless you just want to go stylish. Then go, by all means, go ahead. But you're better off with your meters. All right, so that was pretty much the specials, the basics, the trait, the super, whatnot. So I'm going to show you some combos that I use with him, with my experience with, or at least from what I got in training mode, and I've used for a bit um, in some online um, or like when I plan on doing arcade. I do mess around with arcade or whatnot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. So, and I will have all this in the description. I know this is not very like professional whatnot, but I really don't like I really I can't really edit a lot of stuff because I really don't have a good editing software, but I just like actually showing you guys all this stuff and whatnot. So, but yeah, like I said, I will have all this in the description so you can oh so you can write them down and you can use them yourselves or whatnot, or if you want to tweak them a bit, if it makes it easier for you, you can go right ahead. Pretty much I got four Escrima combos, three staffs, and a super, pretty much. So, but if you do want more, um, like staff or staff combos and whatnot, I can do that. I can't speak. I'm sorry, guys. This is I'm just happy that I'm doing these guides again because I did promise you guys that I will finish up the characters in this game and whatnot. I'm gonna play every one of them and do guides for and whatnot. But yeah, but yeah, if you guys want me to do more things with these things, like you want me to do like show more combos and whatnot in some like other videos, I can do that if you guys want it. So all right, so those were all of his um combos and whatnot. Um, as the from like I said, whatnot. There's something. These are just beginner things and whatnot, and there's some maybe a bit harder ones, but these are mostly like the most easiest damaging ones you can perform and whatnot. If you do have any trouble with them, you can, like I said, you can always change it up. Just change some things that you are not comfortable with. So you can change how the way you can start them or whatnot. Either way, you can just change them the way you want. But I'll write them in the description. You guys can write them down, whatnot, and you can just just write them down and just use them. So that way, if your case is like, oh man, I just want to write these down or whatnot, instead of actually going to the training thing and learning like that, you can just use these to spend time with them and whatnot. And hopefully helped you guys to kind of get started with the character, or in case you're curious about like, oh, how good's Nightwing or whatnot. So, but he's he is a really good he's a pretty good character. Back then to me he really wasn't that great when I rented this. I really didn't like him until now with all the patches that came out. I don't know if I don't know what it is about him. If there really isn't changes, I guess now I've gotten used to him that he's actually really good. The only problem that you're gonna have with Nightwing is that he has really nothing much at range. Um, to which that's why I mentioned earlier about the ring ding is very good to get in there, or whatnot, or the ground spark meter or whatnot. That's another good one to use, or any of the sparks really. Um, the meter versions to knock the opponent down to push in. But if you're facing like a Superman or a Lantern, it's going to be a hard fight because Superman, like he can jump in the air and do his laser and whatnot. And if you're sitting there and whatnot, and you're trying to like knock him down and get in close, because I know a lot of people like to use that uh, air laser in the air, and it's a pain in the ass. Believe me, because I use Superman, and it's a pain in the ass and whatnot. But it is hard for definitely Green Lantern and Superman. Those are mostly the two that mostly you're gonna have the most hard time with. There is more, but I'm just mostly those are the two main ones you're gonna have a real big problem with. So, but again, keep in mind with the ring ding meter and the spark meters and whatnot to knock your opponent down to get in close. Just keep that in mind. But mostly he needs to stay up and close with um, the opponent. But that's just my opinion or whatnot. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope this helped you out. You can write in the comments below if there's anything you want me to improve upon or something that I can add to make this a bit better or whatnot. I take full suggestions or whatnot. I want to improve or whatnot. If there is anything wrong that I can try to help with, I can. So hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.